Hi guys, it's Lucy and welcome back to another video. It's been a long time. I was supposed to make update videos as I went along over the past however many months it's been. 3 months I think, I don't know. And it's just never happened, and there's multiple reasons, and I'm just going to explain what's been happening and where my life's up to, I suppose. Let's just talk about it. I think the place to start is actually in 2020. I sat 3 OSCEs and it was a paediatric basic life support, advanced life support and intubation. Those were my 3 OSCEs, and you know, completely passed my intubation and my advanced life support with firsts. Then my peds BLS, complete shock, I failed it. Apparently I didn't get rise and fall of the chest. I think it's just quite frustrating that I got rise and fall in the OSCE I did 5 minutes before my advanced life support. So it's obvious I can get rise and fall, and that's why I failed. I did everything else perfect. Anyway, resat the exam, capped at 40%, got it, you know, it's frustrating. But I think just since then I've lost so much faith in myself. I've always lacked confidence, always, since first year, lacked confidence in my ability, lacked confidence that I know the answer, just always, I've always lacked confidence in myself. You know, it's not a new thing. Secondary school, sixth form, primary school, never had confidence. But yeah, then I think I've made a video talking about something. I got a job with my trust to help with the second peak of COVID, and you know, that has brought my confidence up a bit. You know, started that, it was going really well, and then in March I lost my grandma to COVID, and yeah, compose myself there. I've never said that out loud. So when was it? I think it was about April, possibly. I had an OSCE. It was minor injuries OSCE. Didn't feel prepared for it at all. Couldn't concentrate, couldn't study. I was grieving. In the end, I spoke to my personal tutor, who advised I apply the EC, exceptional circumstances, and this was, I think it was probably about a week before the exam. However, I wasn't sure if I'd get EC. Yes, I met the criteria, but you just don't know. And I ended up sitting with my best friend, and we studied and studied for hours. I think it was like the day before the exam. And I knew I had a good chance of passing. I just didn't feel quite in the right mindset to do an exam. However, I didn't hear anything about my EC, and so I had to go and sit the exam, because if I didn't and I didn't get EC, I failed that attempt. Whereas if I sat the exam, then got EC but failed that exam, I got a new first chance again. The only problem with that is if you do pass it, you don't get a second chance. You are capped at how crap you did or how brilliant you did. Fortunately, I got 86%. I don't know how or where all that memory came from for that exam. I really don't. I think I can put it a lot down to my best friend, and I'm very grateful that she sat down and studied with me. It's what I needed, and I'm honestly so grateful for that. So I passed that exam. Recently I've just submitted 3 essays. I'm not academic, I really am not. I don't know how to write an essay. 3rd year, still don't know what I'm doing. It's like give or take. Sometimes I'll, you know, scrape a pass, and other times I'll blooming exceed, and I don't know why I've blooming succeeded. But yeah, I've struggled quite a bit because COVID-wise, it's so difficult knowing you're being exposed to COVID on shifts, and then knowing, well, thinking, well, do I go home and see my family, or do I risk that? And I think my grandma getting COVID, it's heightened our fear of COVID in the family. and so I've not stayed at home in 8 months. I've done quick visits, sat in the garden, said hello, but yeah, you don't know how long COVID's going to go on for, you don't know how long you can put off opportunities, and it's, oh, if I can get comfy, it's really frustrating, the unknown. I'm finally on my 3-week summer holiday, and I'm spending 1 week working, 1 week isolating, and then 1 week I'm finally going home. Yeah, I've struggled a lot with placement because of my confidence. I lack confidence. However much people say failure builds a person, grows a person, I don't know, it doesn't put down to the fact that failure makes you lose confidence. No one ever says that in a motivational quote, do they? Yeah, I lack faith in myself, and it's something I'm working on. I think a big thing for me, and it's something I wanted to talk about, is putting the uniform on. It kind of, in my brain, acts as a mask towards COVID. I don't know why my brain works like this, and please people let me know if you're the same. When I have that uniform on, yeah, there is a bit of fear, but it's nowhere near the amount of fear I have of getting COVID when I don't have that uniform on. It's so weird. So recently we actually got to go into uni, you know, excitement, no actual face-to-face teaching, and just that evening before I was due to go in, I just got this immense anxiety, this immense fear. I was so close to not going in through fear of getting COVID, and I don't know why my brain thought if I go in you are getting COVID. I'm vaccinated, the majority, well, pretty much everyone in that room would be vaccinated. We're healthcare students. It's really frustrating, and I think that a lot of fear comes from my grandma getting COVID and passing away, and 2, me getting COVID and being stuck here by myself. That was a horrible experience. COVID was not nice, and it's not to be sugarcoated, it's not nice at all. And I'll hold my hands up and say I was scared. So I made a video about C1 licenses. Yep, got my provisional for that, that's sorted. Interview wise, I've had another interview today actually, but another interview, I have filmed little clips here and there. They will make it into a video at some point, God knows when. I think it's also quite difficult because it's August now, so I don't know, October, November, December. I've got 4 months, and within those 4 months you want to do so much. I've not known my flatmates that long in comparison to how long I could have known them. You want to do so much with your flatmates, but I've also got like essay after essay after presentation after presentation after OSCE. I've got so much going on, it's so hard to take yourself away from that work to go and do stuff like that because you physically can't. Yes, I'm pushing myself too hard, but it's because I've got to. It's not because it's a mentality thing if it needs to be perfect, Lucy. I've literally got no time to do anything. I've got a literature review due, I've got a literature proposal presentation thing. That's great English there, Lucy. I've got an OSCE, I've got an essay, I've got another presentation. Please tell me that's everything. Yeah. So yeah, that is a little bit of an update. A very long update. It's not been the easiest ride over the past 8 months, and I can't imagine the next 4 or 5 months are going to be that much better. It's just very stressful, and I think it'd be wrong of me to sugarcoat that. It'd be wrong of me to be like, yeah, 3rd year's going brilliant, because it really isn't. But yeah, I will see you in a video very soon. Bye guys.